say a very long time. You know? So, first we can see if y'all could hear me. Okay. Hello? So we're gonna do a strength build, you know? Like a good strength build, not a crap one. No. Alright, so if y'all want to do a strength build, I'd go with Hero because he has, well, most strength. So, gonna go with him. No. Also, he doesn't have bad vigor. Endurance isn't bad. Intelligence and faith is garbage. If y'all want to do dexterity, I'll go with him. Da-da-da. So, let me just do the name. Alright. I always go with the golden seed so you could get an extra flask like right off the bat. So. Alright. And, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do the body and... Alright. Such the name. It's like, come on, honestly. Alright. Yep. I'll let y'all, see the, I mean, if y'all never played the game before, which, honestly, if you played over Dark Souls, just letting you know, if you don't like dying, then I don't think this game really is for you. Because you die a lot in this game, and you're probably gonna see me die a couple times, maybe.
In our home,
you know.
across the fog.
I'll let y'all watch the backstory to like all the games, you know. I mean, for Elden Ring, pretty much.
Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwin the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long lost
Eventually,
speaks to us
all of this you will have to kind of come against later.
Horror, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Goldmask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
Yeah, so eventually, all of this stuff will, you know, come through. I'll let y'all, like, see the thing. No. I mean, the thing, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I'm gonna get, like, kind of far in the game, you know? But if y'all just want to see a good strength build, then y'all could watch, you know? If, like, y'all played the game, you know? Officially, this is, like, kind of one of these builds that takes some time to, like, you know, do. Yeah, and here's the boss right here. So, letting y'all know I played this before, but I never, like, really streamed. I never really streamed Elden Ring, like, before. But, I mean, this, if y'all are, like, looking up builds, this is just a stream about a build. Like, I'm gonna, like, walk through it, kind of. Like, no editing, no, like, fast. You know? In this game, you're not really supposed to... Yeah. Alright. Took a little bit of damage there. Oh god. Yeah, you're not supposed to win this fight, and I don't think I'm gonna win. So yeah, I died. But I'll let y'all see this part too, you know. I'll let y'all go through every single cutscene. Well, y'all know I did play this game before, so I played it times, and then strength builds in this game are really good. They're kind of old, like classic, really, but like honestly,
fortune is on his side.
this is just something if you just want to demolish things. Talking about like 1,000 damage and whatever amount of time. I'll eventually do other builds, you know, but I want to.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
I'll eventually play more games. I'm going to get back to it, you know. Yep. So, once you die to this thing, which you're supposed to, if you kill it, you still have to die. I mean, it's kind of upsetting. But eventually you can come back to it again. And actually kill it at a higher level, too. I'll even go through the Cave of Knowledge. I mean, I always do it just to get runes, in my opinion. Honestly, this is why I don't pick Hero, because it doesn't have a really powerful, yeah.
What are you streaming, buddy? Elden Ring?
Yeah. Yeah, so you honestly see that other builds have certain amount of, you know, vigor. If yours is strength, I'd go hero, dexterity, like warrior. You could just get behind this dude, or you could just do that. Eventually, all things aren't gonna be like this in the game, of course. It's gonna be more difficult. And by the way, if you sneak behind somebody and do it, it does more damage. But yeah, this cave kind of shows you a lot of. And this right here is probably like the first boss, depending on how you play. This is like one of the first bosses you ever seen. And this boss is pretty tough, you know? This boss is extremely tough. Extremely tough is what I'm saying, you know? Like, first time I played, it took me 10 tries, and I'm joking. Alright. But on new games, like there's different new games. Once you defeat the game, you're allowed to start over with the same build and stuff, and you could keep doing it over and over again. New game is rune harvesting is more. Like you're still the same level when you restart, so. then yeah, you could add charge of flasks, allocate it, like if you want 5 flasks or, you know. But I always keep it like this, because if you play the game, now, I don't really make, like, I made a couple builds, but I just want to do it from scratch, and eventually I'll show you, like, blood loss builds, like, but then it'll take a lot of time. Unless you're, like, you're, like, good at, Dark Soul. Like, this game doesn't have a whole lot of, stuff with Dark Souls, and honestly, this is like this is in fact probably the best third-person game there ever has been, or one of the best games I ever seen, because it's open world, and also it's just you can do whatever you want. Like, here's like the first merchant. I could kill that merchant right there. Yeah. Or like, let's see. Yeah, so honestly, picking hero has the most strength though. I just don't like fighting with this weapon exactly. Now, if you want to enjoy the game, just don't do what I do. Cause like, I'm here and I just go straight to another place. You know? Yeah, it's just honestly, just... Oh yeah, you could see this weapon sucks. Like, it can't even one hit. Just letting you know, I'll let y'all know the controls, like, move around and stuff. I already know that. R1's a light attack, R2's like a heavy attack. You could also have combos, like if you press RT twice, R2, it does that, but then if you spam RB, it just does that, so. And then you have, Ash of War, so like, Ash of War is like, you add a skill to it, so like, I just do this. It's honestly not really, I mean, it actually can surprisingly do well. Because you could spam it, and it does, you can see the magic. It does literally like kind of no FPS to your thing at all. And yeah. And remember that person that we met that helped us, I guess? Oh, here it is. Honestly, later I might do a poll. It's like, do you like going through all the cutscenes or skipping them? Because do that.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melanie.
Actually, I might set up a poll right now.
5 things I didn't know until I reached Endgame in Elden Ring Part 4. The Fire Scorpion charm is found...
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They say
See, like, this isn't a cutscene, so I'll...
you need only take me to the foot of... Then it's settled.
Except... So, what she said, though, like, to the urgery and... Yeah, I'm not gonna show it to you.
Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it. It will some current has chosen.
So, it's corn.
Treat me with respect.
Treat some respect.
Shall I turn? Let my share with me.
Yes.
Your thoughts.
Of course, I'm just gonna do strength.
The
What?
principles you would follow.
And yeah, so I'm gonna skip through a lot. So please don't get like mad that I'm just ow. Totally. Oh, there's also like map fragments. And this game's humongous. Like, this game is, like, huge, like... Hey, look, I'll show you. This is literally just the first part of the game. Ooh. I heard something. Yeah, obviously you can see the wild trace is pretty good. No. Yeah, so you can just do this. Press square, call it. Bang. I'm gonna be kind of going through the game a little bit. But... yeah, these things are kind of like, not advanced, but like, they're a little harder to kill than those soldiers like that were trying to get me. These things can mess you up though. Obviously you can see the rune, well they're called runes. You could, I don't care what you call them. Honestly, I'm just gonna do it. Honestly, this guy's not really... I'll let y'all do like the quest line or whatever, but... yeah. Yeah, so you see those little skulls. These skulls give you runes. Golden runes. Which, oh Jesus Christ. That's a boss right there. So there's also open world bosses. Not every single boss you have to go through like, you know, not every single boss you have to go through like a whole entire like, you know, like you don't have to go through like a, yeah, that thing right there only comes at night, and I just, that's not even fair. Forgot though that all of a sudden we talked to Melina. Yeah, see, and then that night cavalry just turned into that regular old thing. And it's camping the things that I want to get. And yep, yeah, these things you can get. And now that one's stuck, so I just... oh wait, yeah. So... You could go down here. There's also like bosses that could come out of nowhere. I mean, like nowhere, you know? Like they could just come right out the. They could just come out anywhere. Some bosses you could see in like some like as dragons. Like I eventually fight some bosses. I'm sorry that if this seems boring to you, like you could. Well, I don't know what you could do. You could just. Got in my trap. Yeah, so what I'm doing, just letting you know the one thing I went through, if it has skeevers, that means it's a trap chest, but I'm doing it on purpose just to get a little bit farther into the game. And it teleports you to a place that's not very this is like kind of a layered thing, you know? And you pretty much have to get out of there. And obviously, you could still get the item in the chest actually, which is really those things. I don't think I can't remember the last time I don't think I ever used those things before, and you can obviously see I'm getting attacked. And then this thing comes. These are miners. Obviously, you can see these things are a lot harder than regular soldiers. Obviously, I mean, I might as well try to kill it. It can get stunned by like regular old moves. Yep, you go. So, if you didn't see what I did, just you can look up other strength builds, but this is like the way how I kind of do it. I done this build before. Well, yeah, I done this build before. That's pretty good. You know, it's actually really good. Yeah, those things could bring back up your flask by like 3, I think. And this is rot, so you pretty much have to use your force for this, because if you don't, then the rot, it's like poison, but stronger. No. Once I get like the stuff like that I need, then yeah, I will you know. And you could have strength like with something else. You could have a strength build, like a strength and faith build.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions. Very well. Let me
Yeah, so pretty much you go to this place called the Round Table Hold. And I'll show you the people that they talked about in the cutscene if y'all saw it. So look.
Oh,
This is
I can't remember the last time a new tarnished made their
yeah.
way to the round table. Very well. It is said.
So this is
Allow me a word with a mere house guest. Remember your pledge.
this is Sir Gideon Ulfner. Right here. Yeah. And I don't want to spoil the other one, honestly. Because honestly, I don't think you would be able to recognize. I'm just gonna get the maps. Most of the time, I don't get the maps. If I'm like not speed running, but just going through the game quickly. I just do this. I get the maps first because it's easier to locate stuff. You don't have to mark it at a brown spot, literally. And yeah, if you're wondering what this place is, it's called Caleb. And yeah, you can obviously see it's going to be like a whole entire part of here, and then there's a south area here, and then here's a entire place here. But that's not even all. Even if it's like the same size of our whole entire place, the USA, like it's bigger. I'm telling you, it is. It's not big as Minecraft, alright? But still, this game is just enormous, and it's not like it's just nothing but forest. There's always something, like, you saw that dragon over there that, I'm not gonna fight, because... Yeah, this is Caleb. Huh. And yeah... over here... Da-da-da-da. Like, look, there's a boss... Selling. Honestly, I just sell all of this because, like, I'm never gonna use it. Like, why am I gonna save something that I'm never gonna use, Like, like when, like, if y'all have played, well, this is like the first Dark Souls game I played, and eventually I went to the older ones. Like Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I don't want to mess with you. Not say. Not decaying Ezekiel's. He's been really sick. He had I don't know how to say his name. But you know what? I don't really care. Yeah, so you could run away from these bosses, not like in other from software games where not like from other like software games or like I forgot what I was about to say. Like what Bandai Namco games, because that's who made this game. And honestly, shout out to them because they're like a main part of like this game, And by the way, if y'all still get lost, I honestly don't have words. Yeah, so did my walkthrough, So pretty much, whoa. Yeah, those things are, oh my gosh. Yeah, they explode. Yeah, anyways, let me show you on the map. So you start from here, come here, get your horse, go here, go down here, come here, search both chests, one of them's gonna be fake. You get teleported, yeah, you get teleported here, come across here, come here, get this, you pretty much come like here, and then you come up here. And now here's the big part right here. This is the sword that we want. It's just kind of hard to get from these dog, I don't know what they're called at all, but I don't care. Yeah, so this is like a great sword, and I just got demolished. Honestly, not surprised. Yeah, so let me show you this weapon that I got. Yeah, so this is a battle axe. It's trash. So this is a really good weapon. It's kind of I mean it's good, but it just doesn't have any Ash of War until you add an Ash of War on it, which is honestly one of a really good Ash of War. Yeah. And then once you get that, if you don't die, which is kind of lucky, sort of. You come over here to this this is complete, like, just ravine, or whatever you call them. Just come right here, hop over it, right? You know? Then there's another site of grace right here. I'm sorry I don't have the maps though, since I literally just started this character like 5 minutes ago. Honestly, let me check. Cause I don't. Oh, shit. We're at 40 minutes already, and yeah, so this is just like the full walkthrough. You know? Oh, yeah, and here's another part of the map. And yeah, Dragon Barrow has dragons. Who would have thought? And they can't spit fire out because they're, I guess, weak. Too weak. Well, they're not weak, but for a dragon, yes, they are. But you're not strong enough to kill these things. And then here comes the big thing. Here's where you could get like a lot of runes, and I mean tons. Talking about like 100k runes about. But first, two things we need to get, or three things, in fact. First, we need to get a bleed weapon because this dragon has just insane amount of health, but it can't move at all, so you could kill it pretty easily if you have a bleed weapon. It just takes a while, so you need a golden pickled foul foot, which there's one like here about, but there's one like here too around this coastline. So honestly, I think this one's kind of easier, but I always did the other one. So yeah, we will eventually be able to kill some bosses, you know, and even going against the first main boss. Now, you know, go around with it. Yeah, so these things with a horse, you can actually, and then they catch you, pretty much. And here it is, right there. Just, that took not even like 30 seconds to do. I mean, you can kill the dragon without a bleed weapon, but one problem is, he just, well, it'll take you like, let's say about 30 minutes or more, just trying to kill a single thing. Probably like an hour if you're doing with it this weapon right here. But using a bleed weapon, it'll be fairly easy. Now there are two ways to get a bleed weapon. First thing you can, well, I'm not going to show you on the map right now. So you could go where I'm going. Which honestly, I think this is probably, I mean, not, it's probably like the same speed. If it depends. These things are called giants, I guess. Yeah, so they could be off foot too. Those things, or they're called you could say they're like Vikings, pretty much. And Sighted Graces, like, in the first Dark Souls, Sighted Graces were just, bonfighters. And if y'all want, you don't have to speed through this game, alright? Y'all can take your time, get a little bit of a strength, you know, also some strength, you know. But then with strength, you have to be a little beefy too. Like, I'm talking about some health, you know. Oh, here, smithing stone times 3, so that you could upgrade your weapon. That. Oh, that's part of the quest line of that girl. So, but here's a weapon that I wanted to get. Alright, so. Right here is a weapon that is already, the thing's already open. And yeah, so. The Morning Star is like a mace, but with spikes that, you know, that bleed damage. And if you see these skeleton things, you might as well get them. 200 runes from something that's really... Alright. Yeah, so... This thing's really bothering me. Oh yeah, that's called the Bridge of Sacrifice. And there's a grave right here, so you could always just come back here. You know? I actually don't think I really picked up this side of grace before. But yeah, so Fort Ferrith, I'll probably even have to show killing the thing. It still takes a little bit, but honestly, Hey, you're lucky though that I'm not using like a full. Yeah, you can obviously see blood loss build up 50. Now, I don't recommend this build for like a start off new game, you know, because you won't be able to like enjoy the game, you know. It actually lowers your health. I meant your, not your health, but like, yeah, you can obviously see it. That's 13,000 for the blood loss, which is, that's a lot of damage. But we're not doing a blood loss build, we're doing a strength build. You know, so. Honestly, it lowers your damage. Honestly, it doesn't really matter, because like, this actually might take quicker, because, well, you know, this weapon, there's actually, oh, I can't show you the weapon, but it's a katana, but it doesn't have much of a blood loss as, there's 3 things. There's this weapon that I have, there's also, Ushikatana, which is a katana. And the other one's a spiked club, which just have spikes on it, which does bleed damage. But I think this is probably like the easiest to get. Because the spiked club, you have to farm they're these little things. They're like, they're like pretty much doors, if you think about it. And oh yeah, so I'm supposed to equip the gold pickled foul foot, and it says boost rune equation for equation. Alright, I'm not gonna say it. So if you have it like, you can just switch to it once it's like about to die. You could eat it or press square on it. And honestly, I think this is the easiest way how to get runes, in my opinion. Because if you think about it, this thing does not attack you at all unless if you're probably at its mouth, which, who would do that? Yeah, so you just keep slashing it, you know? Yep, and you can regain full stamina just to go ham at it, you know? Yeah, see, it does a lot of damage. Honestly, certain build strength and stuff, like, honestly, I don't, in my opinion, I don't even think this is, like, the best build that you can get. But I will let y'all know that there are a lot of other builds that you can do in this game. Like, you've seen how many characters you can pick from you can even pick a samurai in this game, which I think is pretty cool. You start off with a bleed weapon. Yeah, so see, it's low, but I'm not gonna do it. Hello, how you doing? I was just doing strength build. Welcome to stream, you know, live. Who's watching even? Yeah, y'all clearly seen I just got tons of runes, like pretty much 100,000. Think about it. And yeah, 31 strength and 12 dexterity you need. So let's level up. I like to think you get 20 vigor. 25. 31. 26. You don't need to do dexterity at all. Endurance, I think, should go. I need a.
The reality of living with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's. The same person as well, and it's just crazy because you have to look at the size of the stick. And after the recent patch, it attacks faster, covers faster, and when you two-hand it, it will do more damage as well. After you're dead.
Alright, you need.
With the rest of the strength, you will get all the strength damage from the weapon upgrades, the way we actually use the weapon shown later in this video, so we don't need to.
So you need a lot of
And
endurance.
instead prioritizing endurance, so our stamina doesn't go into good weapons. And you want to compensate for that as much as possible. And it makes it possible to actually get the tank which is very important as well. Careful guidance. Those with ignore the enemy local weapons in the game. If you can see them that is the normal damage of the same force damage as well, and it's crazy because you have to look at the size of this thing. And after the recent patch, it attacks faster, it recovers faster, and when you two-hand it, it will do more damage as well. Which is really nice because we want to two-hand it at this part of the game for sure. When doing so, we get a 1.5 multiplier to our strength, and thus we meet the requirements to actually wear it. It makes the points that we invest in our stats very efficient, and more importantly, all our stats damage as well. And it just goes badass to having the sword. And you can already start using it in its current form or just use it for yourself.
And there's a talisman in here that is really good. And it's right there, but we need to go through here. Ignore literally every single enemy in here because they're pretty strong, you know? But most of the time you need to climb up there quick because some of them do relieve poison. And while you're here, get the chest. And this is for a place later on in the game than where we are at right now. All you need to do is just come down here fairly quick. Do that. Yeah, they don't do enough damage. Because, yeah. There's no way to get out of there, so you kind of need to take something for, yeah. But you do have the talisman, and you will be able to wear it. if you two-handed, it actually works. You know. Yeah.
Think and kill all the enemies. Bad. Many of the other tools
And this is it's literally called a great sword. Is actually probably the best great sword in the game that you can get.
once you go to 4 or 5 pillars, you get the left part of the tutorial here. Now, if you watch my channel, you know that I go away to the only going to locations. That's what you want to put with your riot
And you need to upgrade this weapon. And there's a lot of ways to upgrade. One is there's parts of like things, it's like smithing stone 1s and like 2s or whatever, but like, so pretty much starting off you need to get you want to upgrade this weapon because you can see the attack power is pretty good. I mean, you can obviously see it's a lot better than this and this. Because this is like a shrink. And also, this is funny, but if you... Yeah. It's still pretty strong. Yeah, look, so you could fling it in the air like that. With this great sword, and honestly, I think it's really funny. Even if they have their shield up, it does, I mean, it doesn't do a whole bunch, but... yeah, honestly. Yep. And they land on their neck. I mean... yeah, this weapon just looks insane while you carry it, but... the only thing that sucks is it does take a lot of stamina out when you're fighting something. But animals do not go up in outer space. Which honestly, that's sad. No. I don't think this, I mean, I don't really think this guide or whatever is for people who just started the game. Because honestly, I think you should just look around, you know, admire the game. A lot of people say, oh, early, this is really early to get, this is early to da-da-da-da. But, honestly, it really isn't. Because you skip a kind of a big portion of the game. So either when you're starting off, you could do this later, or you can just do a new like person, because in my opinion, I just think I lifted up your captain in outer space. I don't know. Yeah, and you need to go to. Yeah, this is something that you know you could go into ways. Yeah, just so you know, everything that I am doing right now, you don't have to do. Alright? Because honestly, I wouldn't even follow this build until later, in my opinion. That's the biggest mistake a lot of people make. It's like they just kind of spoiled the game for you, kind of, you know. Yeah, they just do. And bears just get thrown like a ragdoll, I guess. You can obviously see that we're kind of beefy now, you know. We got 30 vigor, 23 strength, 32 endurance. You got almost like a 1,000 health if you wanna. Yeah, you see, I didn't even like touch it a whole bunch. There is a quest line you can do with this. It's not bad, honestly. Alright, you gotta. Yeah. Could just. Yeah, you could, you run up here. This is also something later on you can do if you want to bleed build. Hey, yes sir. This thing can slowly come up here, but shouldn't be too worried about it. Yeah, you could get something called blood slash or bloody slash. You know, whatever you want to call it. I don't care, you know. Yeah, so you could come up here and get another part of the Dectus medallion. You know. I mean, after this, there's also 2 locations you do need to find. Like, so... Yeah, so this sword's just huge, but it does have slow attacks, but the jump attack, honestly, is... The light attack is, But then if you're, like, rolling and you just poke and then... Honestly, it could jerk some people, you know? It could do some damage and also be a fast attack. Or a great sword, in my opinion. But yeah, alright. So then after that you need to come up here. Honestly, this might be like part 1 of the build. Because honestly, it kind of does take a while if you think about it. Actually, not editing all the things that I think are important, you know. Yeah, look. So I'll. See it. It staggers them pretty hard too, if I say so myself. And there's also a better weapon than this exactly for just strength. But this has a lot of guard boost, physical attack. And in reality, it's just physical attack, guard and damage negation, you know. And crit, it doesn't have really, it scales strength, but then it does not scale like dexterity really well, as you can clearly see though, because it's Dexterity D, which is pretty good. But this is Strength C, and this is Strength build, not Dexterity build. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the stream here. Hope y'all enjoyed the little montage of the build. You know, just I'll do part 2 soon. Like, probably like tomorrow or something. And yeah, I'll see you in the next time.